This is Bryn. He is in my BG, and for Loki BG3, he is definitely one of the best players in the game. I can say that with 100% confidence. Let's go Kabam style. I say that with 200% confidence. You cannot reduce that confidence level. It is unreducible. Hey. Welcome back to the channel. All right, it is already time for the updated tier list and rankings. We actually have a lot to get to. I didn't think there would be much this month, but as I went in and really started to analyze it, and of course wanted to make up for a few mistakes that I actually did make in the last months. Thank you to those of you who pointed it out. I realized we had some demotions and some promotions to make. For those of you who are completely unfamiliar with my list, you'll first of all notice there are only 5 columns. The last one is not necessary. Let's not be mean. We're not going to concern ourselves at all with those champions. If they get buffed, we'll pay attention. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Then we go to call. These champions, they have a job to do. This is like the absolute minimum of someone that you might look to rank up, or maybe they're excellent at their job. We'll go over them when we get to them. And then the other 3. These are extremely good, very worthwhile champions, and part of why I have simplified this so much is to show you that even champions in my 3rd tier, in the premium, are very good champions who may be worthwhile taking all the way to rank 3 as 6 stars or maxing out as 5 stars, depending on when you are in the game. We will go over a little bit more as we jump into this. Let's go ahead and start. Here we go. So we're in top shelf. The general sense of top shelf is this is the creme de la creme, the absolute best champions in the game, in their class. And I have ranked them, yes, but the game is so complex. There's so much going on, so many defenders, so many nodes, so many modes of play that almost never will one champion always be better than another. So don't worry too much that Doom is at the top and Tiger is at the bottom. They are all top shelf. And just as a bit of a litmus test, and I do think this still holds true, I'm going at this about a year now. You maxed out the 5-star, right? You have Diablo and you ranked them out, you maxed them out as a 5-star, and your next pull, your next 6-star crystal is a 6-star Diablo. And it probably stings a little bit. It stings a little bit, but over time, you start to realize, like, you know what? I now have 2 Diablos. That's a pretty good thing. That's a top shelf champion. Also, you know what? We'll get into it when we go through super premium. So here we go. The blue here, as you see the blue, that means there is a link typically to a video that I have made that I think is very good, or to a video that I have seen that is from someone else that I think is quite good. Check it out. I definitely do not want this to be a Bible or your Bible. Check this out. This is intended to be, hey, what does Vega think about a champion relative to other champions? And as we progress through this game, champions are going to move up and down. How valuable are they? Please play them yourself. Obviously, emphasize if you enjoy them. If you enjoy them, you'll play them. If you don't, you won't. It doesn't matter how much you rank them up. And then maybe check out another content creator or something like that. But always go with your instincts as well. Okay, moving on down, we get into the mutant class. There are no changes except, and I am in the CCP, so I had a little bit of early access to Kitty Pryde. This is not her official ranking. This is just, I have her. I have her as a rank 3 6-star already. I pulled her early. I wanted to get her. I think she's exceptional. I think she's exceptional. I think she's probably going to end up eventually in the top shelf. She will start off, if I was going to officially add her, she would start off in the super premium, probably close to the top. Synergies do seem to be very important to her. I also think through play and understanding her nuance and understanding the defenders and the nodes, we might get to the point where we don't need some of those synergies. We'll find out. The really cool thing is, though, those synergies are with absolutely amazing champions like Tigra and Ghost, who are in the top shelf tier here. And then I will be uploading actually my rank 3 rank up video on her. I streamed quite a bit on her. You can click on this link. It'll take you to a playlist that has a lot of the videos I'm making will continuously be updated. And also this spreadsheet will be added to the description of this video, so you can check it out anytime. And I do tend to update it over the course of the month if something comes up or things like that. All right, moving on down, we're going to, there's no changes in science, no changes in tech, is where we get to our changes. And some of these are going to make some of you pretty happy, some of them not so much. You will see that Shang-Chi is up there. I truly believe this. I truly believe this. He was actually my only and my first rank 4 champion. I've taken him to rank 4, SIG 200. I am extremely proud of that rank, and I'm very excited about that rank. Recently got out a basic how-to rotation guide on him. I will continue to build on that, and hopefully viewers who are interested in Shang-Chi and learning about how amazing he is will watch that, follow along, and see that we're going to get more and more complex and dive into it as we go. But I think there's some great baseline, fundamental type things. Check that out. It's a whole playlist. Kingpin is up there. I think he is awesome. Mole Man is back up there. The reason he is in hot pink, if I haven't said already, hot pink means we're going to talk about it in this video. He's back up there. If you're really curious why you're like, back up there, what do you mean? You can check out last month's video. I don't want to spend a bunch of time on it in this one. There's enough to get into. That's where he is in his current state in the game. He is awesome. He is excellent as he currently is in the game. And then Aegon. Aegon, there's always a lot of draw or pull or push on Aegon. Aegon is awesome, and I want to credit the people I check this list with. Of course, I always look at my own Discord server, which is very, very active and difficult for me to keep up with all the time. The line chats. I'm in the Alliance for Loki. I'm an alumni of SSX1. 2 great chats, 2 great, excellent, high-skill alliances. I'm always checking in there and going back and forth. And then, of course, an alumni of Evil, which goes back a long ways. Excellent players in there, too. And then I'm aware, and I watch videos on YouTube, things like that. But I still check in with some extremely smart players who I'm very fortunate to have as moderators on my Discord server. They give their advice, their opinion, their experience, what they're seeing in their alliances too. And many of them said, I used Aegon quite a bit in Act 6 and even in some Act 7. And as health pools are getting larger, as the game continues to grow, he is continuing to show his worth, and ramping him up in a fight or two really isn't that bad. So yes, Aegon is still there. He is not just for the Abyss of Legends and Labyrinth of Legends. He is an excellent, excellent champion. Continue to scroll on down. We've gotten to the point where those are the top shelf cosmic champions. Super premiums, where we're really going to have some things to talk about. I'm going to make a change here to remind myself to talk about Captain Marvel movie. And then let's go ahead and get to super premium. You know, one of the questions I get asked the most on streams, and one of the most frequently on streams, comments on videos in the Discord server is, should I rank 3 this champion? And again, these are just general tests, right? The way you end up in super premium is if you ask me that, hey, is Dragon Man worth rank 3? And I just immediately think like, yes, yeah, he is. Very little hesitation. I'm not tempted to ask you about your roster, holes in your roster, that sort of thing. Just the immediate response, knee-jerk reaction is, yes, he is. And yes, he is. And Dr. Voodoo, if and when he comes into this game, definitely I have the same feelings on. Now, here's where I know this is going to catch some eyes, raise some eyebrows, as they say. Colossus. Colossus has been moved down. He is still an excellent champion. Keep in mind, I just created the test for this column is this champion worthy of rank 3? Yes, he is. He is excellent. I know he can do tremendous things for a non-massive account. He has a tremendous amount of utility through his immunities. He does have synergies that help him out, or he doesn't need them, but they help him out significantly. He's a very good to great champion. Just not in that top shelf, in my opinion, but he is an excellent champion. I think this reflects where he is currently in the game and where and how people are probably using him. We'll continue to move on down as we're going through Mutant. No other changes in science, and a change in tech. And this is where I need to thank a lot of you. I actually have thought this about Ultron for quite a while. I loved him on initial testing the day of his buff. I knew he had some bugs, and I never dove too much more into him, but I was aware. And ironically, I actually have taken him to rank 3. But in the last month's video, there's just so many champions, I forgot to move him to super premium. Many of you pointed that out. Many of you pointed it out very politely, which I appreciate. I think this is where this guy goes. I think this is probably his ceiling, though. I don't see him as a top shelf champion, but again, that is not an insult in any way, shape, or form. It's a compliment. He is high in the super premium. He is excellent. I think he is very much rank 3 worthy. He does tremendous damage. His degen versus mutants instead of the bleed is excellent. And then, of course, let's not forget the immunities, and the healing potential of this champion. He is awesome. He is excellent. Okay, we will continue to move on down. And I know this one's going to hurt a little bit because I've been a champion of Killmonger. I still think Killmonger is awesome. This is, again, much of this month is a reflection on how good Super Premium still is, and honestly how good Premium is, but we're in the Super Premium tier. Killmonger can do tremendous things. Some of my favorite war channels to watch, channels that produce war videos, like Iron Patriot, literally a mythic level character, or champion, summoner, and Bren in my own BG and for Loki use Killmonger. They do tremendous things with them. DLL does as well. He is awesome. He is excellent. But when I really thought about it, if I had just maxed out my 5-star and then I pulled him as the next 6-star, would I be happy? And honestly, I would struggle. I'd struggle for a bit. And that's the reason why he's not on top shelf. His signature ability is important. I think at least some initial awakening, getting that ramped up is going to be very helpful in his damage, especially as you're moving into 6 stars and you're moving into Act 7, some beefier opponents and things like that. But that doesn't change the utility he has, the counter punch, the indestructible, the true strike, and all of those things. He is an awesome, excellent champion. Falcon has also been moved down. And for me, it's very much this. He is excellent when you can get the lock on. However, the whole mechanic of getting lock on, I don't like that mechanic. I think it often can lead to you getting cornered or something like that. You really need to set that up. And some of us are more skilled at it than others, but it's still something that needs to be done. And I've been cautioning against this for pretty much the whole time with Falcon, is that you need to remember he is not an evade canceller. This isn't like Professor X where they just can't evade. He reduces all of these things by 100%. And we're seeing that. You're seeing a lot of the war videos where people are commenting, well, MODOK can go over 100% at sometimes, or this node went over 100% sometimes, or like in Gauntlet. And people would say like, hey, I'm going to bring in Falcon. It's like, oh, wait, why? Why are you bringing in Falcon? And then we talk about it and they're like, oh man, I didn't really think about the node with the increased ability accuracy and things like that. So he is awesome. He is great. Again, Super Premium is a fantastic place to be. Just he's been moved down because I think it more accurately reflects how he's used in the game and how I would feel in my own account. I have a lot of rank 3, 6-star skill champions. Killmonger and Falcon are not in there. And part of that is because I have Killmonger as a maxed out 5. And I probably will eventually get Falcon up, but again, I want to reflect that. Also, Bloodstone is excellent. I don't recall if I said this in the last video. That's why she's still in the hot pink. This is a fantastic video on her. It's by Campo MC. There's other very good Elsa videos out there. For whatever reason, the way he explained it, I really got it this time. And I'm very, very excited about potentially ranking up my own Elsa very soon as a result. And then I want to address Hitmonkey. Hitmonkey is another one. There's a frequent commenter on my videos named, he goes by JP. He's been sticking with me for like probably 4 months now, saying, hey, this is Hitmonkey. This is how I've used Hitmonkey. Hitmonkey's helped me out in various content. And then I think we saw it, actually I don't think, I know we saw it in Summer of Pain. We saw champions being used because their kit is very good. They might not often get brought in questing content or in YouTube videos or streaming, because maybe someone else is quicker, or someone else is faster, or someone else heals or something like that. But when it came down to it, and you could only pick one champion without synergies to defeat very tough fights with tough nodes, and then go on and do more, Hitmonkey was being used, Guardian was being used, Mojo was being used. You saw a lot of Immortal Hulk, right? To me, that really illuminated these are quality champions that, yes, I may not have used them. A lot of the people I know may not use them, but people who play this game have chosen to use them and are dived into their kit and are doing really awesome things with them. And Hitmonkey to me is the epitome of that. So JP, thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for pointing that out very, firmly, but also politely. I appreciate that. And I think this is the appropriate ranking for Hitmonkey here. This is a very good column. Keep that in mind. Moving down, same thing. It really did hurt me almost. This is the one that hurt the most, was to demote Captain Marvel movie. I really like her. In fact, if I had more columns, her, Killmonger, Falcon, I think maybe, would be in between top shelf and super premium. But I'm intentionally keeping this way to show how many great champions there are. She is awesome. She is excellent, but I'm just not seeing her used as much. I think some of that might be due to the larger health pools that we're starting to see in champions. And probably it's getting more and more difficult to nuke a champion down while she's still indestructible. Maybe as we start seeing her brought up to rank 4, she will get elevated. We saw this a little bit with Corvus. As we started to see rank 3 Corvuses, he went up again significantly because people were able to get the defenders down within those first 20 charges. So I'm hopeful for that with her. She's an awesome champion. Again, super premium, not a bad place to be. It just feels a little awkward because she's been demoted. King Groot, this was another mistake. I just forgot to update Ultron and King Groot in the last one. He's awesome. He is excellent. The healing is tremendous. You get him awakened, get that SIG going. You've got an awesome champion who can do some serious poison damage. Not a lot of poison immune champions in the game. Excellent place for him. Venom pool continues to grow on me more and more. I know there's often the question, who's better, Venom or Venom pool? I am of the opinion of, let's just take them both. Let's just take them both. They do different things. Both Venom have some crossover. I want them both. I want them both. All right. Moving on to premium. And now this is where I really feel like I want to emphasize this. I've said this a lot. This is a great column. These champions are very worthy of ranking and I know can help you clear content. I know for a fact. In fact, champions I really like are in this column. Champions I've taken to rank 3. So, if someone asks, hey Vega, should I rank 3 Sasquatch? That's the reaction you're going to see from me on stream. You're going to see me, you can see it in my head. The wheels are going to turn and I'm going to be like, well, because the answer is, yeah, they're worthy, but what are you working with? Why are you trying to rank 3 them? Is it for Thronebreaker? Then yeah. But why are you looking to rank Simsup? Do you already have Doom? Well, then I don't know. Well, maybe save your resources. Simsup is a great champion and he just got demoted, but we're seeing him used less and less. And I think that's about this game growing, the complexity. And I often use this term, I liken it to a Venn diagram. These champions kind of form Venn diagrams where they cover up a variety of uses. They're not all going to be perfect for all of the uses, but if you put them together on your team and you rank them all up, you're going to be able to cover a lot of defenders and nodes. And I feel like his niche, when he came into the game, he was excellent at his niche and he was very unique in it. But I feel like his niche is being covered. It's being covered up by a variety of other champions. So as a result, he is still very good, but his prominence in the game relative to the other champions, I think, is diminishing. I have seen, I believe it was Tafre, and I apologize if I'm incorrect, but it was Tafre has been soloing some Magneto bosses for SSX with Simsup. But to me, that's not why Simsup should be higher in the rankings. That's an example of how good premium champions are. Another example, Hood. I do think Hood may get pushed up. That's why he's in hot pink, and same with Mojo. I do think they both may get pushed up. But Hood, in my own BG, Panda Man Pete has been showing us some highlights of Hood detonating some awesome damage heavies, and that's with the utility he already has. So I can see Hood and Mojo here. This is a great video on Mojo by Spinnaker. If you attend some of my streams, you've often heard Spinnaker and how smart of a player he is. If you're interested in Mojo and why he might get moved up, check out that video for absolutely sure. Moving on down, we are getting to science. I could see Mr. Negative getting pushed up for what it's worth. This is another fantastic video by Felganos. If you're interested in Mr. Negative, check this out. I think you'll really enjoy it. It'll show you kind of how to use them, some of the nuance there. Miles Morales, I know a really great video has been put out there. I believe it's by Xander. I apologize if I got the name wrong there. But a really cool video showing a lot of what he can do with the invisibility and things like that. Check that out if you happen to have Miles or if you're interested in ranking him up. And then Spider-Man 99. Fluffy Pig Monster, great name. He's been showing me Spider-Man 99 videos. It is impressive. I think he is not just a noodle. I think there is a lot there. I want to see it getting used more. This is a link actually to my video on him, reviewing him, initial review of CCP, and my thinking on how he could be used. And I have a feeling it's just not in the game yet. It's just not in the game yet. But I think this is a quality champion that if you pull them and you want to dive into them, you're going to be able to do some really cool stuff with it. So that's his entry point in the premium tier there. Penny Parker, I feel very confidently that within a month or two, she's going to be in super premium. I think that's her ceiling right now. I think she's very well suited for our current game, current nodes, current defenders that we're seeing in war, story content, and things like that. Like that. I also feel like there's things about her kit that seem potentially well situated for nodes and defenders that may be coming our way. This is on top of her being a very difficult defender. So if you get her and you want to, and you enjoy war, this is someone you can rank up, place on your defense, and now you've got a really nice ranked up champion to use there. But I like to start off conservatively, so she's starting off in the premium, but I'm purposely putting her at the top of the premium because I feel very, very confident that within a month or two, especially with her being in the next 6-star featured crystal, people are going to get her, people are going to use her, and then we've got 7.3 and things like that coming out. We're going to see her being used more and more and more. I think this is really the floor of her potential rankings. I see low top shelf as the absolute ceiling, and I feel confidently that within a month or two, we will see her in the super premium tier here. Getting into premium in skill, I just wanted to point this out. I know this key was in last month, but this is an excellent guide on Night Thrasher. If you're curious as to why I like him so much, why I think he's so good, check this guide out. These are some of these videos I'm pointing out. I know these YouTubers, I know these people, and I know how much effort they put into it. And how knowledgeable they are on these champions. So if you're curious about Night Thrasher, check out this guide. It is excellent, excellent, excellent. Moving on down, I have Surfer highlighted because there are people whose opinion I respect who think he should actually be higher. I am not there yet. I do think that he may be situated well for the future of the game. The miss mechanic, the armor break, and then of course the variety of buffs he can get. However, I'm not sold on it. I'm going to want to see it more and more and more. And to me, if you're having to add the Odin pre-fights to maximize it, I'm just not there yet. You know, we've done that with Cable by the synergy, and it's pure the synergy with Apocalypse, but I'm not quite there with Surfer yet. But again, these are very smart players whose opinions I respect. So Surfer has been promoted within his own tier. But I'm not ready. I'm not ready for super premium. Gamora, her buff, I remember reading her buff and I was like, did anything change? So yeah, I mean, she can do some nice damage. I believe it's like a true strike, but it comes off the SP3. She got a numbers upgrade there. It's slight. I think it was smart for Kabam to recognize that maybe doing 3 buffs each month was a bit much. And let's go down to 2, have the community really be able to dive in and celebrate those buffs. And Gamora was just kind of a holdover from it. She's a good champion. Again, premium is a good champion. They're going to be able to do a lot for you. So if you like them, you love them, you want to rank them up, you do it. It's great. It's great. All right, now let's go ahead and get into call so we can finish this off. It looks like there really isn't much except for my girl, America Chavez. I really wish she was better. But she's doing well on Alliance War defense. And then we're scrolling down, and I always like to just do a quick shout out on Hela, because I know we've seen the videos of her doing tremendous things. If you're curious about what in heck I'm talking about, this is Bryn. He is in my BG, and for Loki BG3, he is definitely one of the best players in the game. I can say that with 100% confidence. Let's go Kabam style. I say that with 200% confidence. You cannot reduce that confidence level. It is unreducible. And here's him with the world record speed run with Hela. And that's why Hela is there in call instead of higher up, is because the amount of skill and synergies, I believe, to play her at this level is borderline outrageous. Yes, it can be done, but I want this to be a reflection, people to look at it, have a quick reference. And I know very few people actually make this far in the video. And so I purposely have her here because if anyone who watches the first 3 minutes and then is like, where's Hela? I want them to see this is where Hela is and question, why is Hela there? Instead of just putting her in top shelf or super premium, and then people actually play her and realize, oh my goodness, I can't do this. So, but check it out. It is very, very impressive. It's very, very impressive stuff. And then thank you to, of course, always my moderators on the Discord server. They do a fantastic job, and I really appreciate their advice and counsel that they give me. But and the ones who said I can name them, Jacob, Spinnaker, and honestly, a lot of the folks that are on call with me on my streams that are having a blast with us, helping make it fun. That's whose opinion. They really get to see it. I do my first draft and my second draft, and then I show it to them. They give me their takes, and then we review. So it is a bit of a process, but I appreciate the heck out of them doing that and them sharing their own experiences and what they're seeing in their alliances. And I think with all of that combined, with all the YouTube videos we're watching, with all of our own experiences that are really based on our own accounts and progression levels, everywhere from whale to free to play, and then their alliances and things like that, I think we've come up with a really nice reflection on the relative value of all these champions together. And if there's anything I can stress and have you take away from this, it's that all of these champions are very usable. This is a game. If you enjoy a champion, you will use them. If you don't, you almost definitely will not. The resources are precious. That's why we use real life resources to get more of these things so we can rank up our champions. So have fun. Just make sure you enjoy those rank ups the next day and the next day. Rank up the champions you enjoy. If you looked at this, use it as a reference. Click on the video. Go watch someone else's video. Test the champion for yourself. And yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're like, this is finally right. You fixed the errors. Or if you're like, dude, you didn't fix the errors and you made more. Let me know. Keep it polite. Keep it respectful. Those are the comments I will read and respond to, and I enjoy that so much. This is my favorite video to make every month because we get to sit around and talk about what we think about these champions, and it's a blast. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your weekend is going fantastically. Take care.
I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.